Hello children, how are you all? I hope you all are doing fine. I am Jay Shilan, your English teacher. On behalf of MDES President, Secretary, our school manager, our headmaster and all the staff members, I welcome all of you to our St. Philomena's High School. Children, I know most of you are maybe feeling dull, maybe disappointed that you are not able to come to school. Don't worry. Congratulations, dear children, that this year you all are coming to high school. Am I right? And that is why we have bought this bridge course for you children. Now, before we enter our 8th standard classes, why don't we revise something that we learnt in 7th standard? Now, let us revise something what we have learnt last year in our 7th standard in English. Language is a beautiful God's gift to human beings. It's really a beautiful gift given by God to us. We can't imagine a single moment without language, because language is a key. Communication only through language we can express our feelings, emotions and thoughts with others. To know the language, first of all, we should know the grammar. We should master the grammar. If we want to learn a language, 4 things we should come to know. If we want to learn a language, these 4 are very important. They are LSRW. What are these? L means listening, S means speaking, R means reading and W means writing. So these are the skills that we have to develop in the language. If we want to learn a language, first of all we should learn these 4 skills, that is LSRW. Listening means what I say to you. You should be able to listen and understand what you are listening. Speaking, you should try to speak that language, and what you are speaking must be others understand that one. So we should improve our speaking language. Reading, you should read that language properly with proper stress, pause and intonation. Writing means you should learn to write that language. We should able to write that language. Here LSRW, these are the 4 skills we have to develop in our language learning. English is a beautiful language. Yes, obviously, every language is beautiful in its own way. But nowadays, English has got its own prominence or importance, because there is a great need and importance of English in the whole world. We have to learn English. We have to improve these 4 skills. That means we should listen English, we should speak English, we should read English and we should write English. So, grammar is a systematic study of language. Grammar, it is the way to learn a language. It tells us the rules and regulations of how to use the language. In English, as we know, there are 26 letters. There are 26 letters in English alphabet. Alphabet is a group of letters we used to call in Kannada Varnamale. We used to say there are 26 alphabet in English language. It is wrong. We have to say there are 26 letters in English alphabet. Alphabet means, as I already said, a group of letters or a set of letters. Letter means a member of an alphabet or particular sound. It has its own particular sound and shape. Look at the alphabets. As you already know, there are 26 letters and they are divided into two groups. That is, the English alphabetic letters are divided into two groups such as vowels and consonants. In Kannada, we used to call vowels as Swaragalu and consonants as Vyanjanagalu. There are 5 vowels in English, that is A, E, I, O, U. Once again, there are 5 vowels, that is A, E, I, O, U, and rest of the 21 letters are consonants. The second thing is parts of speech. The second thing in English grammar is parts of speech. As we are already know, there are 8 parts of speech. They are noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, conjunction, preposition and interjection. Once more I'll repeat. There are 8 parts of speech. They are noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, conjunction, preposition and interjection. Let us see one by one. First one is noun. What do you mean by noun? Noun is a word that contains person, place, thing or idea. Repeat. What is noun? Noun is a word that contains person, place, thing or idea. Once again I'll repeat you. Noun is a word that contains person name, place name, thing's name or idea. Let us look into the examples. Here Sachin is a person. So Sachin is a name of a person. What about this place? This is a Taj Mahal. So Taj Mahal is a place. Books comes in the category of things. Books comes in the category of the things. And this fourth image shows bravery. That bravery comes in idea. Bravery comes in idea. The second part of speech is pronoun. Before knowing about pronoun, we should know about subject and predicate, that is object. Before knowing about pronoun, we should know about subject and predicate, that is object. What do you mean by subject and object or the predicate? Every complete sentence has two parts basically. Once more I'll repeat. Every complete sentence has two parts basically. One is subject and another one is predicate or object. One is subject and another one is predicate or object. What exactly is subject? Subject tells us what or who the sentence is about. Once more I'll repeat. Subject tells us what or who the sentence is about, and the predicate tells us what the subject does. The predicate tells us what the subject does. Let us see the examples to make this clear, children. Once again I'll tell you, the subject is what or who the sentence is about. Predicate means what the subject does. So observe the examples, children. The first one, Nathan was eating a sandwich. I'll repeat. Nathan was eating a sandwich. Here, who the sentence is about? The sentence is about Nathan. The sentence speaks about the Nathan. So, Nathan is the subject here. What is the subject here? Nathan is the subject here. And what Nathan is doing? Nathan is eating sandwich. Nathan is eating sandwich. So, here sandwich is an object or predicate. Sandwich is a object or predicate here. Let us look into the another example, children. Sam loves playing football. What is the sentence? Sam loves playing football. Here the sentence is about Sam. Here the sentence is about Sam. So Sam is the subject. What Sam loves? Sam loves playing football. Sam loves playing football. Here football is the object. So Sam is the subject, football is the object. Now let us know about pronoun, children. Already you have learned. Am I right? What do you mean by pronoun? Guess. What do you mean by pronoun? Yes. Pronoun that replaces a noun in the sentence. Pronoun that replaces a noun in the sentence. Pronoun can do everything that noun can do. Pronoun can do everything that nouns can do. The pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. The pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. We may think, why we need pronouns? Tell me, children, why we use pronouns or why we need pronouns? Basically, we are using to avoid repeating nouns again and again in the sentence. One small repeat. Basically, we are using the pronouns. Basically, we are using the pronouns to avoid repeating noun again and again. To avoid repeating the noun again and again in the sentence. Let us look into the examples. The first we'll see using only nouns. The first example see using only nouns. Raj bought a book because Raj wanted to read it. Once again we'll repeat. Raj bought a book because Raj wanted to read it. Here we are repeating Raj twice. Now let us look into the same sentence with using noun and pronoun both. Using noun and pronoun both. Raj bought a book because he wanted to read it. Raj bought a book because he wanted to read it. Here instead of Raj we are using he, that is pronoun. We used he instead of using again Raj. It made the sentence simple sentence. Let us look into the second example using noun only first. The dog was barking because the dog was hungry. Once again I'll repeat. The dog was barking because the dog was hungry. Here we use dog twice. Now let us use noun and pronoun. Let us use noun and pronoun both. The dog was barking because it was hungry. Once again I'll repeat. The dog was barking because it was hungry. Here we used it instead of dog. Here we used it instead of dog. Have you got the children? Okay. Today we have learnt about alphabets, noun and pronoun, subject and predicate. About the alphabets, noun, pronoun, subject and object. Let us continue in the next class. Okay. Thank you children. Be safe at home.